So the Mel-Leeds men, they're searching for him and they're going around knocking on doors. And one of the doors they knock on are the teacher's door. And the teacher's son gets worried and freaked out, so he rushes back to the main character's place to warn them because he fears that the person searching for the Mel-Leed was the one who injured the Mel-Leed. It is not. The main character Mel-Leed isn't there, but they do show up right after the people searching for the Mel-Leed showed up. Obviously, they reveal why they're there and they've been searching for the Mel-Leed, looking for him. They reveal the Mel-Leed's identity in front of the old lady and the teacher's son. And the Mel-Leed promises to go back with them. While they're dealing with that, the teacher re-meets up with his younger brother-in-law. This man serves in the Mel-Leed's military, and he's coming to his brother-in-law to have the man come and serve as a physician. He promises the man would never be in the front lines, that he'll be safe and sound in a safe location, safe in the barracks. Obviously, the old man wants to go, and once his son finds out, his son is super against this. He does not want his father going and risking his life, and he will go instead. And this leads to the two men arguing and fighting, and the main character, having left the Mel-Leed's side and promising to return back to the Mel-Leed's side once he gets his job done, he does his shift, he steps in and goes, "Hey, I will go for you." So he promises to go for his teacher. Once the main character returns to the Mel-Leed side, the Mel-Leed confesses. He lets all his feelings out. He tells the main character in detail how he feels for the main character, like in Husky and His White Cat Fusion and Ballad of the Sword and Wine. He does not let this continue. Once he realizes his feelings, he lets his man know how he feels for his man. He makes his man know that how he treated the main character when the main character was pretending to be the ex-third love interest was how he actually felt for the main character, that he knew it was the main character from the get-go. He lets all his feelings out, and I absolutely adore it. I hate it when someone waits until towards the very end to reveal his feelings and causes all this issues and anguish and miscommunications because he won't tell his feelings. I'm looking at you, MXTX books. I love you, freaking adore you, but you guys wait until the very end to tell your partner how you feel about your partner and let all this anguish and hurt happen when you could have just told them from the get-go. But yes, I absolutely adore it. And the main character doesn't give him a response, but let's just say the main character reacts the same way our main character in Scum Saving System does. Once he realizes the Mel-Leed likes him, he goes, "I turned him gay. I turned this man who had a harem gay, and he only wants to be with me. I am shooketh." He's like shooketh. But I love he won't have these obsessions of a harem anymore. The main character and Mel-Leed, they ride out to the barracks together, and no, a scene from Ballad of Sword and Wine does not happen, which I'm grateful for because I felt traumatized and bad for the poor horse in that book. Like, it was hilarious to read and spicy, but it also was traumatizing for that poor horse. But the Mel-Leed does give something to the main character, which was a mask to cover the main character's face because his uncle is at the barracks, and his uncle will definitely recognize the main character. The main character, he gets to work. He is taking care of all the patients. He sooner or later starts getting used to blood. He starts getting used to death. Like, he still gets sick and upset when someone dies, but he's starting to get used to it because, again, he's on a battlefield. He's also only supposed to be there for 3 months. That was the promised date for his teacher. And he starts befriending the Mel-Leed's deputy general, the one that was the crybaby, so we're going to call him Crybaby Deputy General. They befriend each other and they get super along. Now, the main character does find out this man has a despisement for the main character's country. He despises the main character's royal bloodline because what this country did to his family, and the fact that he was taken and made to do manual labor, be a manual labor slave. Like, he despises the main character's country. So obviously the main character has to keep his identity hidden from this dude, but they're friendly with each other. Like, they play with each other the same way the main character does with his teacher's son. So the crybaby deputy general does the same thing as the Melly's brother from Grandmaster Demonic Convention did, which is looks the main character straight in the way and tells him, hey, he loves you, he wants to be with you, he's making sure you know this, and you keep sidelining him or running away from him, dancing around him. Stop doing that. If you love him, be with him because he loves you. He's doing all of this. He is a changed person because of you. And you're just not seeing it. And if you do see it and you're refusing to acknowledge it because you don't want to tell him your feelings or you don't want to push your relationship farther, that's on you. You're in the wrong. Like, he's giving the main character advice. He's giving the main character the truth. I was clapping in Grandmaster Demonic Convention because honestly, the main character in that was really annoying me at that point. Like, when he ran away from the male lead after practically rolling in the sheets with the male lead and then he abandoned him, I was pissed. And it's the same in here, watching the main character just keep running from the male lead without fully communicating his romantic feelings with the male lead was frustrating. And I'm so happily someone told that to the main character's face. In the original story, just like how the Grand General betrayed the original host, the male lead had his own general betray him. So this general hated and despised that the male lead made the Grand General of his military after they went around collecting all the countries. He also despised the fact that the male lead always went to the Grand General for advice for the military or whenever he made a decision. So obviously resentment and hatred grew over time, and he decided, why don't I be emperor instead? And he tried leading a coup and failed. Now, the ex-traitorous general, I don't know if he's still a traitor, sees and recognizes the main character's true identity. Now, he's not going to outright reveal the main character's identity. He's just going to keep an eye on the main character because he figures the main character's here to hurt and harm the Melly down the line. He figures that's the reason why the main character's here. He's probably working for the enemy forces, so he's keeping an eye on the main character. The reason why he doesn't tell anything to the Melly is, one, because they're still fighting against the fourth country, and two, he figures the Melly already knows. But if anything happens, he's going to step in and stop it, or punish the main character if anything does happen. Well, unknown to him, one of his deputies is a spy. And once he reveals the main character's real identity to the spy's like, I can use the main character as a cover when I do betray them, which he does. His plans was to have the Melly chase after the last group of fighters in the fight against the fourth country because they basically won the battle. It was just some forces had already ran off, and so they had to chase after this group of forces. And the Melly was going after them, and this is when it was basically luring the Melly to a trap. The trap works, and the military force believes the Melly is dead. Obviously, the ex-traitorous general thinks the main character is the traitor/spy, and he wants the main character imprisoned and later killed for the main character's actions, typically tortured for the main character's actions. No one tries looking into it or questioning anything, and the main character's real identity is revealed. He is locked up. The Melly's crybaby deputy general goes to the main character. He does question if the main character is innocent or not, and the main character questions him back. Stiffly goes, if you do believe me, you wouldn't be questioning me, but if you don't, it's not like you would listen to my answers if I tell you I am innocent. And he does seem like he's going to harm the main character, but in actuality, he frees the main character and tells the main character he needs to escape. The main character is not going to leave until he's for sure his husband is safe and sound. He knows his husband isn't dead. He makes the crybaby deputy general know this. He's not going anywhere until he finds his husband.